On the streams, make sure we're streaming okay. Everybody, we are checking our streams. Don't cross the streams. Oh, and Maria's turning on the teleprompter for us. You get to it. We're getting everything set up, everybody. Thanks for coming today. We'll do a double check. Welcome to Converge PoE. We need to just play that a little bit. All right, welcome to Converge PoE. This is the month of 24. Great. I think we've got it.
I think so.
Let's check our live streams. I'm going to put a do not disturb on my phone so nobody calls me.
No one ever calls me, but I'll do it. I'll do it also.
I'd be calling you. All right. Looks like Facebook is going to go live in just a second.
Yep.
And fantastic, everybody. I think we're all set up. Hey, for those of you guys checking in out there, check in on sound. Maria and I put some real effort into improving the sound. We added a sound filter. We moved the mic. Want to know what you guys think. Let us know on the sound as we're getting started. So
let us know how we sound to you guys at home watching.
Yes, all of our streaming fans.
Yeah, it's all for you. We can hear ourselves.
Yeah, and I've been getting a lot of feedback on sound, so I invested some time and some money in a sound filter. So we want to know what you guys think.
Yes.
All right. While we wait, I'm gonna reset the prompt.
And I am getting everyone's comments, so check in as you're starting to watch, so I can add those to the screen for you guys and say hello to everybody.
Yeah, we love seeing all of our people come in.
We do, from all over. Usually not even from Texas.
No. I was, I was going back and looking, and we had people come in from as far away as Serbia before.
Serbia, really?
I know.
Oh wow.
Impressive.
We're global.
I know.
Feels good.
We're a global brand now, everybody.
Yes.
I think that was with the guys. It was with the.
When we did.
Hardnet.
Oh, okay. I was going to say IP Architects. Was it them?
Oh, it was IP Architects. They checked in from the MUM. Good call. Guys were coming in from the MUM from all over the place.
They're international. Yeah, they're very international.
Mm-hmm. All right, we got about 30 seconds. I'm just going to double check. Facebook is going live here in about 15 seconds. Hopefully we've got everything going.
Hope so.
Invite everybody in.
Yep, send the link out if you have.
Yeah.
If your mom likes PoE, send it to her.
Because moms are all about PoE. I know my mom is. You never know.
My mom is now.
All right, let me double check. I am going to start here. All right, everybody, I think we're live. We're live everywhere across the country, North America, and the world. Facebook, YouTube, very excited. Yes. So, like we were talking about, Maria and I have been working on our audio today and the past few days. So give us feedback, check in, let us know. And welcome to Converge PoE, and in particular, the month of 24. This month, we are announcing 4 new 24-port devices. Very excited about it. That's a big deal. I mean, that's a lot of product.
4 for 1 month is a lot.
I know. Whether you're new to PoE or a pro, we'll show you how to get the most out of these exciting new devices. I'm your PoE guru, Tyler Andrews, and as always, I am joined by my lovely co-host, Miss Maria Medell.
Thank you so much, Tyler, and welcome everyone to our month of 24. We're very excited for this live stream today and for the launch of these new products. You've likely seen one of my videos on how some of our products work, especially our injectors, but if you haven't, be sure to check them out on our YouTube and Facebook channels. And make sure to leave us comments on what you want to see me demo next. I do take y'all's considerations. We read the comments, and we usually do every request that comes our way.
Yeah, and they're very good.
So we'll show pieces of the new demos and give you time to ask any questions you'd like today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into why these devices are important for you.
All right, everybody. So thank you again for coming. To start with, I want to start with the new workhorse for PoE lighting and automation, the GBT24M. And
Workhorse for sure.
sorry, I kicked that off too soon. I meant to do this guy to show you what we're doing with this. So, but I won't keep you in suspense. Why don't you check out what we're doing with the new 24-port managed PoE injector?
Yes.
We've all been there. You have a network set up and running. You've been happy with it for years, but now you need to either add PoE or you need to upgrade from PoE to something more powerful like PoE++ with 60 watts of power. So you get online or call up your favorite IT guy to let you know you're ready for an upgrade. Wham! You're neck deep in techno jargon, my friend. At best, you realize you have no idea what these guys are talking about. VLANs, QoS, tunneling, OAS layers, MAC addresses, tachyon streams. None of us know what they're talking about. But we all nod and mumble sagely the most techie words we know, like inertial dampener. Or worse, the guy who set up your network 2 years ago has immigrated to the Alpha Centauri system and cannot even take your phone call. So the next guy you call in just shakes his head at you and looks at your antiquated system and asks if you've been using an Etch-a-Sketch for your computer for the last 2 years. Either way, you're in for a complete network overhaul. And geez, new equipment is expensive for this one little project. Guess it's time to pay for an upgrade. But the price of the equipment is the least of your worries. Setting it all up and getting it working is your real enemy. Either you're on the hook to spend hours on YouTube watching tutorials on programming these complicated network switches and hoping you just haven't left yourself exposed to hackers, or you're paying a guy to come set it up for you. Then you're paying for him to come back and fix it for you, and then you're paying for him to come back another time to fix more problems. What you thought would take half a day has turned into a month-long episode of Dallas. It's a drama. Why put yourself through all that? That's where a mid-span injector comes in. You can keep the hardware you have and get the additional PoE you need. You simply upgrade your PoE without having to change out the rest of your network hardware. Or you're looking to add more network capacity with new high-powered PoE. You're planning to just add a PoE switch to your network. Seems right. I mean, we just talked about that. So you start looking for the right switch that has all the features you need for networking and the high-powered PoE. Have you seen the price you're going to pay? You've hit the switch dilemma. You can find the switch you want, but it doesn't have the PoE you need. Or you can find the PoE you need, but it comes with a switch that's so complex and feature-heavy, it's like buying a semi-tractor trailer to commute to work. And guess what? It comes with that same price scale. Don't do it. Break apart the decision of what switch and what PoE you need with a midspan. I hear some of you decrying, but hey, I've been online. I've read all the experts saying midspan injectors are too complicated or just plain dangerous. Just go with the switch. They're so much simpler. Well, you know, they're right in some cases. The key is to pick the right tool for the right application. So let's break down the objections and find where midspans do fit in. The biggest objection I hear from big system users is I need remote management, so I have to have a managed switch. That's where the GBT24M comes in. It's a layer 1 managed device, which means it allows you to manage the PoE while letting your switch manage the network. You can use either the on-screen controls or the web-based management portal to turn on and off each port. Monitor the power draw by port. Decide whether each port will actively negotiate PoE or output passive PoE. Manage the port power capacity by choosing whether to output 2-paired PoE or 4-paired PoE. And you can even set the name of each network port. Now, before I lose you, let's answer, what does all this mean? What does active versus passive management and 2-pair versus 4-pair PoE mean? Let's start with active versus passive. Active versus passive PoE controls how power on the port turns on. Active PoE does not turn on power until it recognizes a PoE-enabled device connected on the other end. Passive PoE means the port has power on at all times. So why use passive? 2 reasons. Some specialty devices require passive PoE. Also, passive PoE can deliver more power on infrastructure applications like lighting and automation. It still has protections to shut it down, but it just has power on all the time. Now, about the power question with 2-pair versus 4-pair PoE. The real upshot of this control is the amount of power a port can output. You can control the amount of power each port can output. 4-pair PoE outputs more power than 2-pair PoE, usually about twice as much. And the same is true with passive, just a little bit bigger. So, we designed the GBT24M for infrastructure applications like PoE lighting and automation. What advantage does this injector have for building infrastructure? Number 1, the on-device management screen allows you to control the PoE power port during installation when your network is not configured. It also delivers a lot of power, allowing you to pick the right switching capacity. PoE lighting and automation doesn't require a lot of heavy, rich network switches. It's pretty simple, really. And the PoE lighting control system does most of the management. This injector also allows for DC input power. That gives you the flexibility to have a centralized power system with hot swappable power supplies and management and alerts, or integration to new technology like digital electricity. So the GBT24M has a key place in applications where you need high-powered PoE that is managed. You can control the switch that you need without having to burden it with combining it with 4-pair PoE. And it allows for integration with digital electricity and a centralized DC power network. A key message here is that when you're ready to add automation or more powerful devices to your network, don't let the cost of super specialty hardware keeping you from making it happen. All right, guys, so there you have it. The most affordable, most powerful PoE injector in its class. I haven't seen any kind of product that comes close to that.
I haven't either.
Yeah. So, I mean,
it's been in the works for a while, so we're excited that it's finally here.
It has. That one's been a while for us to produce because it's really stepping out. So, checking the chat lines to see if there are any questions about this guy. I don't see any. It is quiet today. I'm assuming everybody's out walking and enjoying the beautiful weather while they're all kind of free from not going into the office for the last little bit, because I think now we're on the final run. People are going to start coming back into the office soon.
I think so, at least for what they're calling phase 1.
Phase 1, yeah.
It's in phases that we're getting back to normal, everybody.
Well, fantastic. Well, let's move on then.
Yeah, so now I'll introduce our 24-port PoE switch. That's new for us this month. Check it out.
This is the GPOES 24-2 55V 390W PoE switch. It's a 24-port rack-mountable PoE switch with an LCD display for on-screen management. It has an internal power supply that provides 55 volts, 390 watts, with a fuse limit of 600 milliamps per port. Some of the management features include switch mode, bandwidth, port capability, and fan controls. This switch also has 2 G1000 base X SFP ports and is 802.3 AT compliant for output power on mode A. On the LCD screen, you'll see an option for each of the PoE ports. This home screen will tell you the wattage draw of each individual port, as well as your total power consumption and your remaining power budget. Each port also has its own LED indicator. Based on the color, you can see that we were passing through only 10/100 megabits per second. And to quickly show, here are the 2 SFP ports with each protective cover. Now let's review the menu options in a little bit more detail. To wake up the screen, just hold down the menu button for about 2 seconds. To enter the main menu, simply press down on the menu option for about 1 second. Then you'll see the full list of management features, which include switch mode, switch bandwidth, PD type, PD alive, PSE port priority, PSE enable, PSE port power, LCD on or off, and fan control. Then there's your basic options for language, default settings, and password. You'll see that once I connect a powered device to port number 7, that corresponding LED light turns on, indicating the detection of a PoE compatible device. And on the LCD management screen, you can see that the device is drawing 2.8 watts at startup. This switch is also auto-negotiating, meaning power is not sent until a compatible PoE device is connected. To demonstrate this, I'll use our PoE Gen 2 tester. When it's first connected, there is no indication of power. It's not until we turn the Simulate PoE mode on for the tester that the switch recognizes it as a powered device. Once we do that, the corresponding LED light for port number 3 turns on and the tester gives you a reading.
And that's our new 24-port switch. That one is known as the GPOES 24-2 55V 390W. And I did link the technical center for both the one that Tyler introduced as well as this one right here into the chat line, so y'all can check out a little bit more detail as to what each of those management functions can do. But I've personally been impressed with how much you can actually manage per port on this switch. You can adjust the residual power output to allow for more power if the budget actually allows. You can limit the bandwidth for a particular port, or even make the entire switch mode to VLAN for a little bit more port security. So let us know what questions you have for us about about the switch, and then we're going to show the link to the manual as mentioned. But let's go ahead and check out the next product. You'll likely recognize our 24-port PoE Plus injector.
Here we have the AT24. This is our newest 802.3 AT compliant midspan injector. It supports up to gigabit data rates and has 24 PoE ports, each with a 650 milliamp fuse limit, 24 corresponding LAN ports for input data, and is active to protect non-PoE devices. It fits perfectly in a 1U rack mount space and supports Mode A PoE for power on pins 1, 2, 3, and 6. This injector is a great option for high-powered PoE devices like Cisco Wi-Fi access points, PTZ cameras, or even your desktop phone. The input power for this injector is 44 to 56 volts DC and can be connected on either of the 2.1mm DC barrels or both for a higher power budget, or you may also use either of the 2 Phoenix connectors. With the 650 mA per port fuse limit and the minimum input PoE voltage of 48, you're able to get 30 watts per port out on this injector. To demonstrate the auto negotiation feature, I'll use our PoE detector. Once connected to the detector, you'll see a steady flashing light. This green flashing LED indicates that active PoE for 802.3 AF and AT is on the line, and that the power available is on Mode A.
As you can see for that one, it does have the same performance specs as our 16-port model, just now with 24 ports. And let me go ahead and check for any questions anybody has.
Again, it's quiet. I mean, everybody's out there walking their dogs.
It even feels quiet. I mean, we are the only 2 here.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why.
It's true. But like in my neighborhood, I'll tell you what, like as soon as because we drove into the office, I was dodging pedestrians all the way in.
Really? Everyone's just outside walking?
Oh, yeah. The neighborhood is lousy with people just wandering around.
See, why can't we walk normally, though? They should be out walking anyway, even when we're not on a lockdown. But it is pretty quiet. No questions so far.
Yes. And I'm going to wrap up. So I'm going to wrap up with all these new products with a classic. It is a traditional for us. It's the passive PoE injector. The GPoE. I keep saying GBT.
We're excited about the
oh
GBT.
Yeah, it's because I'm so into it. The GPoE 24B. If you're familiar with our products, this will come as no surprise to you, except that it's got 24 ports.
Yes.
And I think that's cool.
It is.
The GPoE 24B is our largest gigabit mode B injector for infrastructure applications like wireless internet service providers, security camera installations, or anywhere you need to cost-effectively add always-on PoE. Let's see how to install this guy. It fits into 19-inch racks. Today, I'm demonstrating the installation of our 24-port ejector with our 24-port PoE Plus switch, the GPoES 24255V 390W. The injector takes up 1 unit of a 19-inch rack, and the power supplies, optionally included, install in the back. The data input ports are on the top of the injector, so you will want to install the injector below the switch. Then connect the power supply in the back. You can use up to 2 power supplies reaching 240 watts by connecting power to both the DC barrel jacks. Finally, you connect a jumper cable from your switch to a data port on the injector, and the corresponding PoE port you connect to your device. I'm using a PoE tester to demonstrate that the PoE port has power immediately with no negotiation. This passive 24-port injector is perfect as the low-cost alternative to add PoE compatible power to any non-PoE or PoE switch, where passive always-on power makes the most sense. Yep, you can't beat a classic. These guys are classic. They are rugged, durable. These passive PoE injectors have been solid workhorses for years, and now we've upgraded them to 24-port gigabits power mode B. It's great for Ubiquiti. It's great for MikroTik, 24-volt.
Yep.
Yep, it's got dual inputs, so you can go up to 240 watts. It's fantastic. So I'm excited about all these new products and checking out the chat lines. We're quiet today, and that's cool. That means you guys are out there doing something fun. Because let's be honest, if you're inside watching us do PoE,
may not have any other invitations to do anything else.
Well, get out there and see the beautiful day. You can come watch us tonight when it's not so nice, or if you're in Texas, when it is like 1,000 degrees outside.
Yep, it gets pretty hot already.
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to flip this over here and just really, I'm going to take us back here to our main page.
And all the product links will be available in the chat lines for you guys now, so...
Sorry, I went to the wrong place.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Totally I'm having a hard time navigating today. So you said the product links are in the chat links.
Yeah, so we have the technical center. That way you can go over the products a little bit more detail if there's anything you might have wanted to look more into from the demo videos we showed, or look at the product listing itself. And one thing I didn't mention in mine at least is that while the AT16 is available on its own, you can also get it as a kit. So you can get the power supply options. Same with the 24B. You can also get them already kitted with the available power supplies for that higher power budget.
Yes. And for those of you guys who are interested in the GBT, we do have a full, like that one's designed for lighting. We have a full 3,000 watt power supply for that guy. And that's hefty, a beast. Oh, it's hefty. But it's good. It gives you the power you need, right?
My bicep workout whenever I lift it up.
Well, y'all, thank you for checking out our new line of 24-port devices. Join us every month on the 4th Tuesday of the month. This summer, we're going to have some very exciting events. We're going to do a month of mounts where we're looking at all the different iPad mounts, or all different types of tablet mounts. Samsung, Microsoft, Apple, whatever kind of mounts. We're going to be checking them all out, and we're going to be showing off the interesting variations of those tablet mounts and how to make them power over Ethernet.
Yes.
And we're going to launch the new PoE, lighting and automation solutions we're putting together for you. So it's got a website launch with it. It's got new videos. It's got new products. It's an exciting opportunity. So keep up with us on all of our channels. Speaking of which,
if you enjoyed this show today or found it useful, please make sure to go give it a thumbs up and share it with your colleagues and partners. You'll be surprised that sharing this kind of content does actually build your credibility as a PoE expert. So for Converge PoE, we'll be back at our usual time, as Tyler said, the fourth Tuesday. That'll be at 11 a.m. Central Time, Tuesday, May 26th. We will demo a new tool for streamers and video production, so make sure you add it to your calendars because you don't want to miss it. Well, that's it for today, guys. We'll see you next time at the live show.
See you next time.
Then I have my princess on. Yeah. I
got her worker shirt too. Yeah, we know. By the way, everybody, we know you can hear us.
Yeah. No one can see it because I'm on quarantine. But
I appreciate you on it. Get it out there. Send the
my
message.
friend even lets one. She likes it a lot.
Yeah.
I think because of the character.
Oh yeah, it's all about characters.
I had no idea who the character was until I know.
Didn't know She-Ra?
I did not until it was brought up by Gemma. Hey Gemma.
All right, guys. Well, we'll wrap it up. See y'all next time.
Yes.